Hello and welcome to Operation Crypto and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at Zilliqa. We're going to have a look at some price analysis, have a look at some potential areas to invest and some potential areas to target going forward. First up, please make sure you do hit that like button, that you are subscribed to my channel, and let's crack on. Zilliqa, which is ticker ZIL, is currently ranked number 45 out of all cryptocurrencies that we have on CoinMarketCap. We're just slightly dropping out of that top 40 now, but we did have a few issues a couple of weeks back. The volume dropped right down. I mean, look at that. We've got $160 million worth of volume now. We are up 50%. We had a few exchange wallet issues. All transactions were backing up, and when one got cancelled, it had a knock-on effect, and it was a bit of a shit sandwich. So everything pretty much piled up and transactions were blocked. I think Binance were the main one there, but it did affect quite a lot of the trading volume on there. It is starting to pick up though now, which is good to see. The coin price now is 0.07026. We are about 9% up on today's trading. You could call that 7 cents. We have a circulating supply of 10.8 billion tokens. That is 52% of the entire supply. And the market cap today is $770 million. I do believe that we will start pushing up again soon. We have had a bit of a respite, could you say, so it has been a good area to load up recently. If we just look at the markets, have a look at where the volume's happening, you're getting 22% there against Tether. You're getting a further 10% against Tether on OKX. So, I mean, a fair chunk of the volume is getting done on Binance, Anchor and OKX. If you're looking to get hold of it on a lot of trading platforms here, we've got at least 100 pairs there. I'm not going to go through them all, but you can see there's a lot of big exchanges with high confidence, which is good to see. One final point before we jump to some price analysis is, scrolling down, the all-time highs. It was 23 cents. That was back on May the 10th, 2018. That's coming up 3 years ago now. So it is time to start pushing back up to them. Remember back then, we didn't have the capabilities that the network has now. So I think going forward into the next alt season that is looming upon us, I do think that those all-time highs will be smashed. And a lot of people have been calling for $1. I think it's going to go further than that, to be honest. But we will jump into some more price predictions in another video later down the line. So that's some of the key stats. Jump over to TradingView. We'll do some technical analysis. Just before we go into the price analysis, I'll just take a look at stake.zilliqa.com. Currently, we are getting 15.5% APY on your staking. Currently, that is around 31% of the entire supply locked in. So that's 4.4 billion Zilliqa that are locked. Currently, also, people are receiving GZIL. I've got a few of them already, which is a nice addition to the actual staking rewards as well. That is pretty much 20% down on its entire amount being mined, so there's only 80% left to get through. So I do recommend that you do stake Zilliqa. It's a good way for some passive income, and then 15% per year is a decent amount there. Right, so here we have Zilliqa versus Tether. This is the daily time frame. I'm using the Huobi exchange pair here. That's only due to the amount of data that it has. If you look back on the monthly time frame, it goes right back to all-time highs that we had back in 2018. I don't trade on Huobi, but it's got the data, so I'm going to be using that. I've already pre-marked up all the support and resistance levels what I can on the higher time frames. High time frame, should I say. We've got a weekly level up there, so that is just pop that on nicely. Is it a level? Let's just have a quick gander. Yeah, it's a level there, so that's a weekly level up there, but that's a long way off yet. So let's just drop into the daily time frame. Let's have a look at some potential buy zones, really. We have done quite a significant retracement, really. If we just mark it up and have a look how far we've gone down from those yearly highs as well, the highest it's been for a long time. If we just look at that from them highs, we dropped right down. We did a 48% retracement, so I mean, it's been some good areas to buy down here. Let's put a little bit of a bearish scenario on this first and have a look at some potential buy zones, and we'll drop into the 4-hour time frame on this. And what we will use some of these levels of support, and we will bang the Fibonacci on and have a look if these any of these levels correspond with the support level. So That is a Fibonacci from the bottom wick up to the top wick. So what I'm looking for usually for an investment price is some key levels of support and Fibonacci levels. The 382 is usually a good area to invest if the market does allow and if it does come down. But I'm just going to highlight two areas here. So I'm going to have the daily support level and that level there on the Fibonacci. So we've got potential area to invest is around this level here of 0.065 cent all the way down to this level at 0.064296. So that is some potential areas to buy in. If the market does turn a bit shitty and Bitcoin dumps in, because if you just look at Bitcoin here, it's pushing up again towards 40k. If that gets a big fat rejection again like it did, and it might bring all altcoins down. So then you could again target some areas down at this level on this daily support. What could you call that? 0.058. So that's pretty much 5.8 cents. So there are two potential areas you could get in if the market does allow. But just monitor, if it does start pushing up back up to here and we do break through this level, then this is going to be the area to buy. But you just have to monitor that for now. If we just drop back into a daily time frame, we'll get rid of Fibonacci. So that is two levels to potentially buy in. If we do not flip around and we start pushing on, and we need to have a look at some levels to target. So the first area to target is this weekly resistance at 0.076. If we do close a daily candle above that, I think we will have regained the bullish momentum, because currently we've been in, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of trend lines, but you could say that has been a downward trend. And if we do start to break above this and close a daily candle above 0.76, then I think that pretty much gets rid of that bearish trend, and we can start to target some higher levels. So I might just leave that line on there for now. Let's do it wick to wick so it looks a bit more accurate. If we do start to push through that, I think it's going to be game on, and we can again start to target those yearly highs. The massive level, what I'm going to mark up now, we'll put a horizontal ray. We'll just put it here at 10 cent. That is my first target. So when we do get up to there, I'm going to do some more in-depth analysis and have a look at some levels that we can target higher. So I'll just mark it up as the first target. You can see that on the right, just above that them highs. We didn't quite make 10 cent, but that's another story for another day. So these are two potential buy zones here in Tether, and then if we do start breaking a daily candle and close a daily candle above 0.076, then the next target here is 0.084 and 0.091. We never actually managed to close a daily candle above this this weekly resistance. We did wick up and then we rejected straight away, pretty much close to 10 cents. So that is probably the biggest hurdle to get to. If we can close a daily candle above there, I think things are going to start to look good. Just taking a look at the RSI, it is mid-ground, so it is primed to take off. We have had we dropped down to around 42%, but yeah, I think we're going to start pushing up. Just a word on RSI, when an alt season comes, we want this level, this line to be above the 70% and stay up there for as long as possible, and just keep us overbought, keep people coming in, and the price will reflect that and keep shooting up. So that is some buy zones and targets in Tether. A lot of people do trade in BTC as well, so I will have a look at this pair. I've already marked up this buy zone on the previous video, what was around here, and look at that, we've wicked into it 3 or 4 times. So to me, that is a buy zone. What have we got around 170 satoshis? I tell you what, we'll just put the fib on from the bottom of the move up to the top. And that moves here, that's a 0.786 retracement level, so I think that is still a good area to buy in. We've not done much in Satoshi. I mean, it's down 5.82% today in Satoshi value, so I do think that is a good area to buy, and I would pretty much market buy at these prices. Anyway, under this weekly level of resistance at 190 sats, I think is a good area to buy. Unless BTC goes up and starts pushing 42, 43k, that is the only reason I would see the Satoshi base come down to potentially back down to these levels. But yeah, it has been holding up quite well in here for pretty much a solid week now. We traded in this area quite a lot. If you zoom out, look at all these, we've traded in this area a lot. So hopefully we do not lose that level and we can start pushing on. What we need to do, in terms of targets, is look towards this level of 239, 238 satoshis. Once we do close a daily candle above here, we can start to push on. We've got some solid levels of monthly resistance up here, 308 sats and 374 sats. So I do think that once we do start pushing above these two levels, we can really start to get us jiggle on and start to push up. So that is potential buy zones in sats at 171 satoshis on the 786 level of Fibonacci. And then the next target is mainly here at 237 sats. Once we do start pushing up above there, I think it's gonna be guns away and start pushing on. So that is both pairs against Tether and against BTC. What I want to do lastly is just put the Hitman on. So a Hitman works out when there's a shift in market momentum. I only use this on the higher time frames, to be honest, and even though we had a significant drop up here, the Hitman has stayed super bullish. It does just work out when there's a shift in market momentum. So if we just drop to the weekly, for example, you don't get many indications. We didn't have any backup there, but we had a bullish indicator here, and it's started to rise. So I do think that this retracement will be short-lived. I think this is gearing up for a pop out of this trend, and then we can start pushing up to 10 cent. Just if we just have a quick look up and have a look at the chart, I've only got one more level, which is weekly resistance at 15 cent. I think once we do break above 10 cent, then we should shoot up there fairly quick. What I will do though, once we do break a daily candle above here at 10 cent, I'll drop right down into 4 and 6 hour time frames and have a look at some levels we can target in here and some potential Fibonacci extensions. So that's going to do it for today's video. That is just some potential buy zones and sell zones in Tether and BTC for Zilliqa. So please make sure you do hit that like button, that you are subscribed to my channel, and I'll catch you next time.